Well, all right, my friends. Welcome back. Hambbage here, and I make no promises. But while I was on my break, not only do the leaf blower guys go away, but the garbage men have come and gone. So I think we dodged most of it. And leaf blower guys certainly like to linger. They work for hours during any days that they're here. So certainly maybe more of that. But the sky's the limit for us. We're hopefully interruption free and ready to rock. So where are we at? What are we doing? Well, in the last couple episodes, we've been working above ground. We kind of sketched out our farm area, made enclosures for cows and chickens, planted some crops. So did we? Didn't we sleep? I can't remember. Well, either way, the sun appears to be up, so that's good. Um, And we're going to head right down into the mines. That's our plan. But before we do that, we're going to run a lap here just to make sure that as the game comes up, all this stuff loads. And oops. Come on that. Again, we got a lot of work to do. This is very much unfinished access. As you can see, we're just kind of beginning to lay out the next row of fields. And we've got um, some seed crops here. Our wheat is getting closer here. We should, by the end of this episode, be able to do a mostly full harvest. And you can see we got carrots and potatoes and beets coming along. We'll turn those over as well, but at the moment at least, we're just coming over to say hi, make sure everybody's loaded. The animals don't probably need that because we're hoping that in our basement we'll be in range and they'll just continue to grow up the baby cows and everything. Fortunately, we don't have wheat until that harvest is ready to do any additional feeding of them. So that's where things stand. And we're not too worried about having loads and loads of picks and making return trips upstairs because we want to keep checking the progress of our crops and everything in between. So we'll kind of do a few sections, work on expanding out the mine, and then come on back. Now the last episode, I think we're ahead. Obviously this was the first one that we pushed out, so we've got 3 sections beyond the end of the stairs. We've now got 3 over on this side. We're just kind of wrapping around um, the world here, and the big push, ironically, what we want the most of is what is the most tedious to gather, and that's this deep slate. We want more of that to finish up all the blocks that we need to cover the irrigation ditches, hang the lighting, surround our fields, make it look all nice and pretty. All that good stuff needs to happen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that looks good. We'll come over and do this one. Again, getting more deep slate, which is nice. And there's the iron. We were talking about how we need more of that. We've been using pretty heavily and not refilling. I don't know if I've mentioned him or not. There was a dude in the 50s, 60s, I think 60s primarily. Prosky, I believe was his name. I'm not sure on the pronunciation 100%. He grew up in Iowa, as far as I know, and after the Korean War, very thin on the details here. It's been a while since I read his stuff or watched any of it, but I believe he was engineer, mechanic, something like that, potentially in the Navy, sometime in the era of the Korean conflict or the Korean War. He finished his military service and was retired and moved up to Alaska. And eventually, after, kind of working at a couple different jobs that made use of his mechanical aptitude, he decided, and I don't know if it, was kind of a Homestead Act or what, but in a lingering sense, but he decided that he was going to live out in the very remote interior of Alaska, on a lake that I think a friend of his owned some property or had a cabin on. Again, I'm not real sure of how all that land stuff works in Alaska, but he decided, kind of, I'm gonna go do the Minecraft thing before Minecraft was ever a thing, right? You kind of hear, people refer to themselves sometimes as people out of time, and he seemingly was very much that. He was the guy that would have rubbed elbows with the pioneers with no problem. That was kind of the life that he sought, and I don't. I've read his stuff. I've watched some of the videos that he recorded and others made about him. He, very likely what was typical for his time. He never spoke about any kind of PTSD or anything like that may have come out of his military service. But I mean, it kind of seems like he needed a little peace in his life after all that, and just he loved nature and went back to it, and he, for the next, I don't know, 35, 40 years of his life, maybe, I don't know, don't quote me again, it's been a long time, he lived in Alaska. He went up, knew a couple bush pilots that would ferry in fishermen and hunters and that kind of stuff too, and was on a particular lake in the midst of mountains, is rugged Alaska type territory, and he built himself a cabin, felled the trees, treated the lumber, all that kind of stuff, got to know the area and picked out a reasonable site, and did all of it by hand, with hand tools and things like that, but just living out in the wilderness. And it wasn't like he was a hermit. He wasn't trying to stay far from folks. He was simply out in nature, and ultimately was getting paid to, I don't know if it was for PBS or National Geographic or what, but they basically were like, hey, here's whatever they were using back then, Super 8 camera or something like that, I don't know, and film yourself and send us the films and write about your experiences, and published a book of his own experiences and some of his nature films while he was out there. It's just, rugged outdoorsman, but of that kind of spirit of exploring the wilderness and seeing what was out there, and building his, if he didn't take care of it in advance, he didn't have anybody else to turn to, right? There was nobody regularly coming to check on him or bring him groceries or anything like that. He enjoyed getting to visit, the pilot guy that would come up would sometimes bring up his friends to visit, if they were coming up to the lake, so he'd host them for meals and that kind of stuff. He was generally a sociable guy and enjoyed seeing people and getting small gift type items and a few essentials and things like that. But he really, by and large, he was out there, and we're talking deep Alaska winters, cold stuff, and what I always triggers in my mind when I think about it is he described the need to chop and split wood as his wood bank, that all summer he's making deposits and earning sweat equity in his wood bank, but he knows all winter long he's making deductions, and there's days when he can't go put more in. But he found, and what he describes as, he very, at least in the descriptions of the books, became very comfortable working and adapting to the extremes of Alaska winters because he was always there. He wasn't being foolish about it. That it was dangerous. Frostbite and all that's a real deal. It doesn't care how acclimated you are, but he learned to dress for it in the correct fashions and things, and how to maximize the gear that he had, the effectiveness of the gear that he had, so that he didn't have to suffer needlessly. So he describes that he would be out chopping wood as one of his winter activities because it was so active. It would help keep him warm. But I mean, he didn't just hole up in his cabin as you and I might think. Like, yeah, for a week it never got above 20 below zero without the wind chill. But he didn't just stay holed up in a cabin waiting for it to warm up. No, he was out. That was the time when the lake was frozen that he lived on, and he could travel widely. Using that and do a lot of the hunting and things like that he depended on, fishing, ice fishing through holes and things like that in the lake. So he, inspirational guy. I don't know if it was like a Ron or a Stan or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to look. I will, to try to reference that, but guy who lived, just a cool life according to his own rules, and probably a much more increasingly vanishing life. Just not the same possibility for doing those kinds of things, completely detached. Think about trying to negotiate a book deal or something like that without the use of a cell phone or email or anything like that to maintain contact with your publisher. You absolutely have to have those kind of things just to know what was expected of you or to have the communication. Unless you had somebody that handled it all for you. But let's face it, at that point, you're getting a very minimal percentage, I'm sure. It in current, like the world of Netflix and streaming and all that, just turn it into a documentary about, crazy person lives in nature, unplugged from the internet, and it maybe give you a royalty check, but think of the Tiger King dude, right? He's he had other mitigating factors, but people like that, they're not getting rich off their stories. It's the producers, the people that are making those series, that are making all the money. You really have to control your own output. So yeah, I'm sure there are people out there doing it. Now the Discovery Channel has they're not new by any means anymore, but like the Alaska Frontier People and those kinds of shows, I question how genuine, but it's in the same spirit, right? But those people are going into those shows with eyes wide open. Yeah, they've got some quirks, and they highlight some of the attributes of themselves that are less common with everyday life, but they still get, hey, I'm going to be on TV, and this is the earning potential. This is what will make us internet sensations, or not web, cable, must see TV type stuff, and play into that. Far from I don't care if you read my book or not. I want to show you this nature that I'm out living in the midst of, because it amazes me every time I see it. But don't come see me, right? Don't. I don't care to know you more than that. That's a big difference. So I think it would be tough to represent that as a way to make a living these days. Okay, so we'll just... Oh, this is not working well. There we go. Just keep filling these in. Trying to do as much as possible while we're working on the basement. And these look more done. If we do get them out ahead of the beets, we'll just continue to replant single rows and hold all the extra for when they do have their own fields done. Which, I don't know, maybe RL by the end of the week or so will have enough deep slate gathered and the rest of this work done so that those are all set. I mean, it may well go quicker than that. It's the wheat, though. I'd really like to get that full field. Do we really only have 3? All right. Hey, guys. Do good. We should set up a chest over by the chickens so that we can keep dumping the seeds and eventually put some wheat over there. This is part of why I wanted so much of this. I don't know where we're going to eventually end up putting chests and things like that. Oh, what I should really do before we... Since this is not a super deal. If I can make that one, I can certainly get into the cows. Oh, happy chickens. Happy chickens everywhere. Now, bed. Hopefully, you didn't push that too late. I didn't really look around. I should have. Okay. Seemed to be alright. And just give these a shot. It's a couple. Alright. Now we should be good, and by planting those other ones, gave the wheat a little more chance. Let's go do another section. And then we'll come back up and hopefully have our wheat done. Dump, dump, dump. Don't need the beets. That. Oh, hey. Cobble. Alright, while we go down, I'm going to get a sip. I'm so glad I put that glass there. That's why. Woo. Alright, we can certainly take this stuff while we're at it. And rule of thumb there is, as usual, for anybody who may not know, I just don't like anything hanging that I can kind of reach up to where there's exposed ceiling. I'm not going to go out of my way to deal with that. All of it should be lit, so it shouldn't be a problem. But I'd rather just open it up anyway, not deal with any potential spawnable chunks up there. I want to just make sure we don't lose any of that into lava that we hear gurgling around. Here we can check through again, see which way that spreads. I think that means the rest of this should be good. Keep an eye on the iron pick. And still striking out a little bit with diamonds, unfortunately. Swap that. This is our tough one, so let's go. Let's go down to our deep slate side. Oh man. Didn't bring any glass. Kinda wonder if we shouldn't. Go grab some. Let's go upstairs. Bats. Remember to do this every time? That's no fun. There. Yep. No sleep. I don't think there was anything we were supposed to be bringing out this particular run. Except for a second bucket would have been good. There's water over there. Oh, no. A little bumpy start there. Sorry about that. close. Come on. A little water bucket, you can do it. Alright, now fill it first. And just do this as quick as possible. It's the most tedious, I think, I find. Torches, yeah, sometimes they get offset and I have to recount and get frustrated, but at least you're engaged there. This is just go slow and don't miss, because then they double stack and blech. Like that. Alright, now let's go finally get these done. They've been waiting. Then we can get here, that is the edge. One more. Alright. Can we do it? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Hey, look at that. Now, we don't have enough, so rather than... Oh, you know what we should... With this 53, let's see how much of this we can get done. Because that's what we... Oh, come on. That's what we didn't want to have to do. So let's remember to deal with that down on the other end too. Looks like it's getting dark again. It's amazing how that happens over and over. Sleep. Never did get a good look at the field. It's getting there. Real close. So let's go down and do this little bit, particularly this one. Now, oh, so I can't, I don't know if that was a filling deal or not, but let's make sure it's not a problem going forward. I don't know how they got swapped out to a block, if I somehow double stacked that or not. Not that it really matters. Fixed it. Oh, maybe I went one short. Maybe I was trying to do the advance bit and just filled in the hole instead of replacing the cobble block. That was... Alright, that's pretty good. How are we doing over here? Keep going, wheat. Guess, in order of priority, it should be this. So we got to remember glass. Glass for the basement to fill that lava. If we even have any. Did we use it all up? I don't know. I don't know. We have to make more glass. Alright, there's that bit. Oh, we're so close now. So let's start glass cooking if we don't have some just stashed away. Make slabs. More slabs. Perfect there. Okay, I didn't even bother to look. Did we have glass? We do have glass. That's good. We don't have to cook that. Another shovel. I'd really rather be downstairs, but I think kind of using this as we go is a pretty good way to do it. Because it keeps us up until that's ready to fully harvest. I'd rather be up and near it than not at all now. It's like neither one of those is worth saving for the hanging the deal on. Or both. If I'm cutting this too, and that's going to go up above. Yeah, don't mind me. Alright. Oh. Believe there's a river around here somewhere. Not close. Can't go that fast, or I can't. You all can. I get so impatient doing this. I will not at all be sad to have this chore done. And then this is going to be incomplete, but all right. Now what we got? I think we're good enough. We got some stragglers, but we are way into efficiency here. Now we can really get back to animals and working in our basement after all this tedium. I guess maybe well, no, I think we'll let the seed crops go until they're as close to fully done as possible. So frustrating. Do I have time for another row? I don't know, probably. Take that, you beats. I'll just go back here. Now the beat sound is scaring me. Just wanted to go to bed. Okay. Now I guess we gotta finish up the beats. Do not forget the bed. That was me telling myself that. Making the mental note. But then I also made a mental note that I was going to take a screenshot of the chickens and cows on the last episode. Totally forgot, so that's why I was floating in a boat with a a leftover thumbnail potential. Sometimes you just gotta grab a couple and then see which one hits you when you're posting the video. That's what I did. I wonder how long we've been going on this one. I don't think too long. I had to wait for the garbage guys and the leaf blower guys to get done with their stuff, so. Oh yeah, chickens are gonna love that. We can set up another bone meal factory too. That's a good. Thing. Not only for crops and all that good stuff, but for the tree farm too. Okay, we've used up all the beets, got the bed. Okay, hold on. Eggs should now almost be giving us a stack of, is it? 12, not bad. Maybe more by the time we've fed. That's why the chickens are so great. Those eggs just can let you blow up the numbers. Two more, so almost. Next one will be full stack, I'm sure. Drop that off, and then still got the... Not seeing many hearts anymore. Alright, it's getting a little loud. It's okay though, we'll take care of that in just a second here. This is a little underfilled. Usually I would jam it up just a bit more, but we should... Oh, maybe be in a stack of beef by the end. Be happy with that. Couple levels maybe. Got him. Oh, they're trying to get Trying to get shifty on me. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Odd man out. Odd cow out. Whew! Stack and a half. Not bad. Almost a stack of leather. And we're up to level 42. That could have been a bit more productive, I guess, but we'll be alright. So now we can do one more quick thing. I don't care too much about the glow item frame, I don't think. I think we'll just go with traditional. It's pretty bright up here. We got 8 of them. And we want for sure these for this one and this one, right? This is easy enough. It's going to be cobble. This is easy enough. It's going to be sandy stuff. Granted, the stuff up here is chiselly sandstone stuff. This is easy enough. It's going to be copper. Blocks or whatever. This is not easy enough because it's going to be deep slate. I don't think I have anything in there. And this is going to be building supplies. Nothing says building supplies like steps. And then up here we had more finished implementation type stuff. Okay. 2 more, and we had... That is our non-home buried treasure map. Where's our awesome buried treasure map? Here. Oh, that's our home. Oh, and look at it. Updated it so it shows. Oh, it doesn't get our fields though. Oh, that's a bummer. At least not yet. It looks like it eventually will get the bottom edge. Really more of a focus on Cow Island and the tree farm so far, but our house should largely spill out into that. So, home sweet home, definitely worthy of celebration. Hang that up there. And then a less significant point of prominence. Just put that down there. That was kind of fun. Now, more dirt. Store these up since we have 2 stacks we haven't touched yet. Put the beets away, and we've got a load more of these for books. Store all that in. Alright, now back to tools. And we should probably cook this off. Two more picks. And we are good. Alright, put that in our hand. Check the time. We are 10 minutes out. Should be just enough time to finish this row, really. Then go back up and maybe we can feed one more time. Okay, a little more to go here. Also looks good. Ice maker seems to be flowing quite loudly tonight. Keep us all on our toes. Just worth double checking. I'm pretty confident we got everything on this side, but we'll find out the hard way. There's another little bubble. Let's go there, there, there. We still got one more at least back. Two more there. And I'm guessing with that river, we should probably go ahead and cook some more glass. I don't think this is going to hold us out too much longer, considering there will probably be more used over on that wall in the corner. Alright, well, the basement expansion continues, and we should get a bunch of deep slate on the next one. We didn't get a ton. Oh, maybe we can finish the lighting section, though. I don't know how much we're pressing that time, but polished. Oh, let's get sand too. All right. Couple. Haven't done these bottom ones in a while, I don't think. I think they're pulling ahead in the coal reserves department. That's down to 42. We'll take those. Anything in this one? Nope. That away. Sleep if we can. Look at that. Excuse me if that got loud. The ice rattle. A little tougher to drink a big cup with rattling ice than it is just a mug of coffee. Quietly. Oh, think I'm competent. I don't need the handled sippy cup anymore, fortunately. Well, it seems like it'd be fun. Little kids get all the cool stuff, right? There we go. Oh man, we didn't do this one. We got a lot of torches left to do. All right, let's go quick. Oh. Auspicious start. Well, that's almost cheating. Oh, but now we gotta deal with this. Go, go, go. So in advance, I'll apologize for the overlong length of this video. I should have just stopped when we were ahead at the basement, finishing off that section, but no. We wanted to get everything done, and now I don't have anything to use for screenshots, so this may be a YouTube algorithm special. Okay, good. Boom. Watch out for that. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, that detail. It's getting easier. I mean, this is the end, right? But even the digging out here is pretty easy to get these done. All right, well, there's our torching and watering done for our fields. Our seed potatoes are coming up nicely. We've already harvested our animals. Our cows, at least, once. Alright, now let's go. Great episode. Good progress. We're getting there. Now that we can regularly feed and harvest the animals, we should do very well. And we'll just keep gorging on this cooked fish until we can switch over to steak, not salmon. Golly. Yeah. Hey guys, you guys rock. Thanks so much for dropping by. If you are enjoying this content, and I hope that you do, why don't you let me know by hitting that like button or drop me a comment to say hello and what you're enjoying about the videos. I will try. I think I got one more in me today. It's maybe a little quicker. We'll see how it plays out though. And then we'll wrap things up and hopefully have that next wall in the basement at least done, and significantly more of the deep slate, along with a few more levels. Let's make a goal of being, if not to level 46, well into level 45 by the end of the next episode. So that's what we'll do. I'm going to take a break. Hope you guys do the same. Get up, walk around, look outside, sniff the air, all that good stuff. We'll see you back here when you're ready. Take care now.